Do you have some scrap fabric in your stash? Well, go grab that as long as some thrifted garments for fabric, and let's make some Valentine's craft using fabric today. Hello everybody and welcome into Emily's Upcycled Home. So on my live, I did a jean heart, a shabby chic style. So we're gonna bring this over to YouTube, and I'm gonna do a second one from the scraps that I have left over from this jean shirt that I thrifted a while ago. I'm gonna go ahead and fold that in half, and I don't draw out my heart shape. You guys can totally draw out your heart. Use a template, use whatever you need to create your heart shape. But I just use my scissors here, just getting through the bulk of the jean here, and then I just shape my heart the way I want. After I get that excess fabric out of my way, I pull in my little scissors again and cut through this thicker piece here, just shaping the roundness of our top of our heart. And then I pull in my little glider here, or whatever tool this is called, and I am going to shape even more the roundness of my heart. It's a little dull here, that's why I need to go over it so many times, and the thickness of the jean is giving me a little issues. But I just shaped my heart how I see fit, and that's the size that I am going to use. But you guys can make your heart however whatever size you like. I'm gonna go with this size here. Now I'm gonna use these pockets. I'm gonna use the little embellishments that are already here, but the first thing we're gonna do is come in with my hot glue gun and help some of this shape of our heart stay together with the front and the back panels. Now there is some pleating here that I will come in and glue all together as well. So I'm just going to continue the shape of the heart with some hot glue, leaving open a gap so that we can stuff this heart as well. But first we're going to come in and embellish it, and I'm just pulling in some scrap piece of fabrics here, some lace, some ribbon, and I'm using that same technique at cutting out some heart shape designs from these scrap pieces of fabric. I'll go ahead and place the hearts how I want them onto my little jean heart, shaping them more if I need to with my scissors. I'm just tapering down that corner a little bit more. Then I come in with some other scrap pieces of ribbon, some smaller ones here, and create some smaller hearts, folding that up in half and then cutting my design out, you guys. It's very simple to do. It's a very easy project using some scrap materials you have, some lace materials. This is all about creating with some fabric on this video. And then I repeat the process with this pink frilly kind of design here on this piece of lace. We're going to bring in those lace and those little shabby elements to this heart here. So once I have all those pieces set up the way I want, I'll come in with my glue gun and we will start gluing things down. Now I'm going to come in and with other laces and other materials as well. I want to utilize this pocket here, so we're going to use a little pleating method with some scrap lace, and I'm going to add that into the pocket, just adding a little bit of glue on the backing. And then I want this pocket to stay up, so I will add some glue to that as well. So once I have this gathered in the center here, we'll go ahead and cut out a green little heart here from more scrap fabric, you guys, and place that around the pocket where I want it to be layered up here. I am just using hot glue here, it's actually Gorilla Glue, but if you want to use Fab Tack or some kind of fabric glue, you can use that as well. But we are just going to continue to layer up the process of a mixed fabric kind of style here. I came in with this ribbon from Temu, and once again layer up some hot glue and just trail that across our half of our heart. Now this is where I come in and start layering some IOD transfers here. This is just a little scrap rose transfer from the Rose Botanical transfer book that I have a scrap of. We'll go ahead and put that there. I'll add a little bit more green lace here, just in between the buttons. And just play around here, just add pieces wherever you want them. All those scrap pieces can be utilized. I come back in and add a little bit more transfer, and then we're gonna go ahead and distress those up because they're a little bit too fresh and new for me. Come back in with a little bit more green pieces here at the top, and then we'll start coming in and layering up some more of those hearts. I'm not going to show you the process here because we already showed you, and the video would be super long if I did that, but we're going to repeat some of the process that we did on one side of the heart and bring it down back to this side of the heart. Just layering up those little pieces there, adding a cute little bow on the top. Then I go ahead and fill in my polyfill, and you can make this as tight as you want, as full as you want. I went for a looser, more pillow here. I think these will just look cute in a basket. And then I come in with some dried baby's breath here, add that into the little pocket, and go ahead and fray up all those edges of our jean material here. Now, if I've had a basket at this, I would have place this in the basket with some other filler, but look how cute this little pillow heart is. Very cottagey, very rustic cottage, a little bit of shabby going on here, but you guys let me know what you think down in those comments. And if you like my project so far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. And if you are missing out on my videos, don't forget to enable your YouTube notifications. For our next project here, I am going to take this mini crate and we are going to take some Van Dyke brown glaze, which you can also get with my affiliate link down in that description. I'm going to layer this up, giving this a stained brown weathered look. Now note, I do have a little bit of white paint in this brush here, so that's what you see coming out on our product as well. Now this is a beautiful way to stain your pieces without using those harsh chemicals of stains. If you're like me and sensitive, this is another option for everybody. Now it gives you this beautiful weathered antique look here onto that wood. I don't know where I got this crate from. It almost looks like maybe a Dollar Tree piece that I've had in my stash. Then I come in with this beautiful shade of Drop Cloth by Dixie Belle, and we are going to give this a white or a brushing, what is that called? A dry brush look here, and come in lightly. And remember, you can go heavier as you want, but I also like to start off light and then deepen the tone if I want to. Like here, I went a little harsher on those edges and pulled in my paint. Just gonna go ahead and continue that process until you like the look of the piece. And to smooth everything out and blend everything together, I come in with just this sanding block here and smooth out that paint. All those rough stroke lines that I don't want in there, I want to smooth out. Now here's where we're gonna come in with some Dixie Belle top coat in a flat finish, and I'm gonna use this beautiful lattice rose paint inlay picture here you see in the corner, but I want to keep that background, so that's why I'm bringing in my top coat here instead of a paint. I'm gonna go ahead and mist my sheet with my mister, and then we're gonna lay that into that wet top coat, pressing in that image into all of the piece. And then I'll come in with my little rolling pin here and continue rolling in that image, pressing firmly and adding that image really stick into our top layer or top coat there. And this is, remember, the lattice rose paint inlay that you can buy with my affiliate link once again. Now I had extra hearts cut out from my Facebook live, so don't forget, if you want to see me live in action and have conversations with me back and forth through my live channel, you can go ahead and check me out on Facebook under Emily's Upcycled Home. Now this one heart is a little bit too big, I believe, for the crate, and I didn't find the backing of the heart. So after I trim this piece, I'll come in with a piece of scrap lace and we'll go ahead and make a backing for that heart as well. I just fold that heart in half and then fold my lace in half and then cut out that image just like you would in school, and you have that piece of paper when the teacher shows you how to make hearts. Come back in with my glue and just get into those corners, making sure that I leave a gap to pull in, put in my polyfill, you guys. Now I am using Gorilla Hot Glue, but you can use fabric tack. You can sew these if you want it. You can use whatever product works best for you. Like I said, a hot glue gun is easy for me. I do have a sewing machine, but I wasn't gonna pull it out for these small little hearts. Once I got my edges all sealed, I'll come back in and put some polyfill into each of our little hearts, just using my fingers and pushing that polyfill in. I don't want them too fluffy, but I do want that little edge you see around the heart where I hot glued maybe a couple of centimeters inside that glue, so you have that little lip there that I will come in distress and age up in just a little bit. So here is the finished heart, and then I'll go ahead and do the other ones off camera. Now all of these are full. This one's the one that has a lace backing, but I don't really mind it. I'm going to be using the fronts of these, and like I said, I come in with that simple sandpaper and just go ahead and fray and distress my edges of my heart, giving it a little bit more detailing. And I found this tag in my stash with just some Dixie Belle cotton. I'm coming over the top, just one simple layer, just blocking out all that black ink so that I can add my paper, my decoupage paper on top, which is just a sheet of paper I got off of Temu. I went ahead and add my Mod Podge in there and put this beautiful floral pattern. I'm just bringing in all kinds of florals on this piece with different shades of pink, just mixing random florals, and I think it'll just blend in, give you a little bit of variety for this little crate here. Come in with my sandpaper, get all those edges and smooth out all my pieces here. Now I'll come in and distress the edges as well, just giving me a little bit of a distressed look. Now I got these little stamp pieces for my birthday. I guess you can piece together the words, and once you get all that word pieced together, you can just stamp it onto your piece, all connected there. You can even use a whole saying if you want to take the time to hook them up and just stamp that. I didn't know what I was quite gonna put on here, so I just used one word at a time, figuring out the process of what I wanted to say. Came in with my archival ink, put some ink on my stamp, and just stamped that onto my wood little tag here. And then I end up putting some more words on them, and I just put love grows here. And to edge up the pieces on the side, we'll come in with some dark wax by Dixie Belle, and we'll go ahead and blend in and edge up those sides of our piece, just adding a little bit more grunginess to it. Now I come in with a little cute heart that says love, and I go ahead, distress that as well, and tack that to the bottom using my hot glue gun. Now I went ahead and let this thoroughly dry with our paint inlay, and now I'm spritzing it to pull up that paper. And once you pull up that paper, you guys, you get a beautiful image onto your piece here. Now remember, this is paint, so you do want to use a spray sealer to seal everything. I found a resin bird in my stash from the Birdsong mold by ILD. I added that tag in. I added some sewing patterns paper on top of a foam block, added a little lace detailing around the edge, came in with some greenery and dried baby's breath, and a few little hearts that we just made, and we stacked them all together in this cute little tote. I added a little clothespin that I found in my stash with a little bird tag on it, added that in, and then I just added a piece of wire to the back of that heart just so that I could make it stand firmly into our little crate. Now look how cute this piece is, all layered up with all those different pinks and floral designs, our cute little fabric hearts, and our little resin bird in the front, and of course that beautiful detailing of our paint inlay. Let me know if you guys would try paint inlays, because if you do want to, go ahead and check out those links. Shop IOD, Fusion, or Dixie Belle products with that affiliate link in the description. Let's make a rag bow, everybody. I'm gonna pull out my bow maker here from Amazon, all this scrap fabric, and I'm going to use a strip of fabric for the center to tie up my bow. I'm gonna take out my sticks and use the 5-inch bow piece, and then you're going to see me come in and add the 4-inch and make 2 different size loops here, coming in with some Jubilee fabric, and we are going to rip that up, you guys, and just add those strips into my bow maker here. And you can do this without this bow maker. I just find it easier to use this and not just, you know, so everything shifts. So that's where we're going to tie it in the center, and I'm just looping around that 5-inch stem and then layering it to the bottom of our bow, because I want my strips to be long and my tassels to be long here. The shorter pieces, I'll just go in the center, making a little V and hanging each side down like we did just here. And then with the little strips, we just crisscross them in the center, just layering them up. Now, so save your little scrap pieces of ribbon and everything. And this is where I'm going to add that 4-inch post there, because this ribbon doesn't quite make it the way I want it to look. So I'm mixing in some fabrics here, some laces, and some softer details along with that primitive look. So we're going to come in with a shabby primitive style bow here. And there you go, with that 4-inch sticks added in there with that lace detailing. Continue on just layering up the ribbon, coming in with more strips, and just make your ribbon as many layers as you want, as many textures as you want. Bring in many different fabrics to give yourself a unique bow look. Mix colors, mix anything. This is just a strip that I found. It went ahead and got in there as well, you guys. I know it doesn't quite match, but it'll blend in. And like I said, just continue layering. I use some muslin cloth here. Those are those strips, and the shorter ones, like I said, I just crisscross in the center. Then I come in with some more white ribbon, layer that into the piece at that 5-inch mark, and making sure I keep track of that string, because that string can get lost in the center. And then I come back with some more Jubilee fabric, and we rip that up to bring in more of that red. Once you have all your layers the way you want it, go ahead and tie your middle twice in a double knot, and then pull out your sticks, and then you have this beautiful shabby primitive chic bow, I'm gonna call it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and dress this up a little bit for Valentine's Day, but I think I like this bow a little bit simpler. So I'm just coming in with a wood button, then I add some distressed to the edges, and then I come in with this little love heart here that says, well, love in the center. It's a wood heart. Go ahead and add that to the center of our button as well. And then just to add a few little pieces of detailing, I go ahead and add some cute little love hearts on the little jute strings in our ribbon, adding them on with some hot glue. And then I do press them a little bit into some other bows so that they don't keep flipping and flopping in our ribbon. So as I glue it down, I'll glue it down to another little piece of ribbon as well, as you see here. Once I have all those in place how I want it, I go ahead and add a little loop for you guys to hang it wherever you want. And if you don't want this loop, you can go ahead and cut it off. But here is our finished look, our shabby, rustic, primitive bow. You guys, let me know what you think of this one down in the comments. I will be having a Facebook auction coming up on February 8th, and this bow will be in that auction. So mark your calendars for that, please. And don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this one. Well guys, we have reached the end of our video. Let me know if you would like to try, if you're going to try any of these. I thank you guys all for watching. All get on your way out to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, and go ahead and leave me some feedback down below. You know, the algorithm loves that chit chat down in the comments, and that helps my channel get pushed out so much. So I thank you all for watching again, friends, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.